Hey gang, welcome to the shop. So, 2006 Chevy Impala. Just bought this. This is my mother's car. Car's in phenomenal shape. Like I said, it's an 06, 115,000 miles on it. Literally was driven 10 miles a day, maybe a trip once in a while out to Ohio or stuff like that, but very, very clean car. So I bought this car for my wife. It is bone stock, but she really needs and wants the rear view camera and the maps and all that. Especially with all the driving we do back and forth to Jersey, you know, I'd rather have the maps in the dashboard rather than trying to look at them off my phone. So here's what we're going to be doing. We got a Bose BE7 ACP-C head unit. That comes with its own backup camera. I bought this kit from Crutchfield, so I got a plug and play harness. It's going to make it real easy. I got a full installation kit. And I got some other jiggly bits here. It looks like the microphone for the camera, for the phone. So I'm going to start at the hardest spot, which is going to be in the back, to hook up the backup camera. And I'll take you along on this and show you how it all goes. Okay, so in the back here we have some fasteners here, back here. We're going to want to get all this out of the way here, so that when I put the backup camera down by the license plate, we're going to run wires up and then through the engine compartment and up to the head unit. Alright, piece of cake. Now, where the two license plate screws are, that's going to be where I mount the camera, and then I got to see where my path is going to be from there into the car. Alright, so wiring up the backup camera. This backup camera came with a with an RCA for the 12 volt, and it also comes with this little trigger wire, which is built into this wire, which goes all the way to the front of the car, right? So, not having a female RCA around, and it didn't come with the kit, just simply cut it off. And I don't know if you could see, but there's two wires in there. There's a red and black. Pretty obvious where they go. Red is your 12 volt, power from the backup light. Black is going to go to ground. I got that run over to the other side of the car where the grommet is. Brought my wires inside where the grommet is. So at this point we can button this up. I'm just going to throw some tape around this connection here. I don't like having RCAs exposed. Get the backup light, get the bracket here mounted. And then I can start with getting everything moved up to the front of the car. Well, no, actually I can't. So the one other thing I need to do is identify the actual backup lamp positive over at the light socket. And I'm simply going to use a test light and put the car in reverse and see which one lights up. I'll just make this as much of a mess as I possibly can. Like that. Alright. Now the slack from all this will get taken up as I move this back up inside the car. This is my backup lamp circuit right here. And I'm pretty certain this light green is going to be the actual backup camera. Yeah, the actual backup lamp circuit. So let me grab my test light. We'll find out if that's the one. And then this red wire is going to attach. And then the black wire, I'm going to run through the grommet that's inside over there, right? And use a sheet metal screw and ground that. so light green I got battery voltage on. And I have battery voltage on the brown. So, take it out of reverse. Brown battery. Okay, so now I got nothing on the green. So the light green on the end here is the one I'm after. This. So take up the slack. I'm going to leave a little in there as a service loop. So I like using these crimp and seal connectors because they will solder and seal rather, because I could solder the connection and it'll make its own weather tight seal. I've been using these things for years. I just want to heat it up until the solder starts flowing. There you go. I'll give that a minute to cool. I'll wrap that with some tape, plug the light back in, and we're done back here. It's not that I don't trust these connectors, it's just that, well, I'm still used to living in New Jersey with all the salt and grime and everything else on the roads, that I honestly believe there's no such thing as too much protection when it comes to electrical connectors. Let's bang it around some more. So plug that in, and then take my little black wire. And if you're asking, are these wires oversized? Yeah, they are. And why am I using oversized wires? Because that's what I got. I don't feel like stopping just to go to the store and buy some 16 gauge or 18 gauge wire for a little job like this. Now, grommet, when you have the light out, that grommet is right there. So that's where I've sent the other wire, and now this wire is going to go through it. So I'm going to put you down where you can't see at all what I'm doing. Does that make sense? That wire is now in the car. And just to show you from inside here, right there. Okay. Alright, so right here is where we grounded that wire for the camera. Now it's just a matter of, and this is self-explanatory, Just run the wire from here up through the inside of the car, go underneath the door sills, and up to where the radio is. If I have to explain that to you, I probably shouldn't be doing this. Alright, so got the wire run up here, got it over here. So to get the radio out, should be simple. We're going to see. This trim piece has to come off. Use your plastic trim tools. Let's see if mine are... There we go. Alright. I got this little stinking connector here. That off of there. Got some Phillips head screws. Alright, so get the climate control out of the way. Done. This can come out. Done. Now, take out the antenna on the factory power wire here. That's that. If anybody needs a good used one, let me know. Alright, so we got these two connectors that go to the stereo. It just has these little plastic tabs that you push down. The antenna, alright, now listen to me. Do not pull it by this metal part. Grab it by the plastic, pull out, it'll come out. Now comes the fun part. Wiring wise, things are pretty straightforward. The kit from Crutchfield has these two connectors, which are going to take these two connectors. Alright, this is just going to, well, more or less sit in there. The only thing we have to wire into here is somewhere here on the radio. We have a rear camera input. So our yellow wire has to get plugged into here. And then that red wire that came with it is going to go to here, which they label rear camera power out. And you also have a front camera. Alright, this big guy, this is so that we can keep our steering wheel controls. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I have yet to have one of these work. But in all honesty, I've only done one. So, take that for what it's worth. Oh, also, in the sake of being honest, when we were talking about the rear camera before and there was the RCA on there, I said I didn't have a female RCA. The kit actually does come with a female RCA with the black and red leads coming off of there. Either way, it accomplishes the same thing. Alright, now. And there's also a radio adapter that goes into here, into this radio, because it takes a different type of antenna. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get here's my camera input, right? Easy enough. Now the second thing I want to do, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. So you guys are just going to have to give me a minute. Put some thought into this. The radio, on the radio we have two USBs, right? So it says right here, one is for charging and one is for our Android Auto or Apple CarPlay if you're one of those people. What I want to do is I want to get these wires. I want to get these wires into this area. Okay, down here. So you plug your phone in, stick your phone down here, forget about it. I don't want to have wires running all over the place. And then the other thing I want to think about is where I'm going to put the microphone for the phone. I think what I may want to do is put it where the gauges are. I don't know, I got some thinking to do here. I'm feeling around, and it's going to be impossible for me to get the camera in here and show you what my hands are feeling. But I think there's no hole. I certainly have enough wire. I may be able to do this. Let me go grab my drop light. I want to get this done and over with and go home. I do not feel good. My wife and I are fighting some kind of cold right now. It just sucks. I'm not going to be able to drill a hole straight down. I can't just pop out the back and into this. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. So these are hard mounted into there. All right. First things first. I think I see a path, and it's not a very convenient path, so I don't want to put these wires in more than once. So what I'm gonna do is, now here's what we need to do. Radio came with some brackets and some screws. We're actually going to throw away those brackets. What we're after is these little guys here. Alright, so we'll put those on the floor. Meow. Let's see. Okay, so we want to make sure we have this orientated right. That's going to fit in there like that. We got our little brackets here, and you can see that the brackets will line up with some holes in there. So we're going to see which ones they line up with. I'm going to say those. Come on. Like that. Oh, I put these two together. So now it's got to go back a little bit. So we're not sitting flush on here. So this bracket has to slide back a bit. I'm going to have to take out this screw in order to do that. I'll have to loosen this one up. There we go. Talk about wrestling an octopus. Okay, I like that. What I'm gonna do is there's a second hole, and I mean, I know you guys can't really see exactly everything that I'm doing right now, but just use your head, man. I mean, if this isn't sitting flush like this, okay, then start over. All right, you know, take your time, make it right. You know, you only get one opportunity to do this, so you might as well make it the best that it can be. And I know this has to go like this because the plastic wood trim clips into these, so it can't go any other way other than this. And you want to make sure that this little horseshoe fits in with that hole like that. Okay, so we'll do the same thing on this side. Alright, so essentially this is what we're looking for. And what I'm checking for is that the reveal is even all the way around. Recessed. I mean, even though the steering wheel controls allegedly are supposed to work, I don't like how far in the volume control, you know, the buttons on the side here are. I figured this would have slid in from the back. But the thing is it don't fit. It don't fit this way. And even though I already have these in place, I know what you're saying. Well, if you take that off, that'll fit. No, because these would still have to go on and work with it. So let me fiddle with this until I get it just right. So you know what, should work the way it is. Okay. All right. Now. Okay. I gotta try to get these two USB cables through this cavity and down into here. These. Oh, look at me. I'm a fucking genius. Okay. Alright, groovy. Actually went a lot easier than I thought. So all I had to do, there's actually a gap right here, that once you bring the USBs through the top side, you can just tuck them up over here, and they're down in here. Alright, that makes me happy. Okay. Now what I gotta figure out is how and where I want to mount the mic. I can put it there, but how do we get inside? I don't know. I can put it here. Then it's more of the same thing. Yeah, lucky you guys can see what the hell I'm doing. So basically I'm looking at like mounting it right where the steering wheel is. I really like it, have it cleaner than that. You know, I don't like to see wiring and everything, but sometimes with these older cars, taking them apart is more trouble than it's worth. Basically what I'm thinking is I want to mount the microphone here, and tuck the wire through here, and then bring it up into there. I just gotta see what's holding this. That should be easy. That's that. So let me see. So I got a little rag with some acetone. I'm gonna clean this up. That. Okay. Now, carefully tuck that back in there. That's pretty inconspicuous. I think it is. This on the right way. Take all the slack out for this. Okay. Works for me. Alright, now. We got a big goofy wiring connect harness here, right? So, what do we have to do with this? We have to I'm assuming these connectors can only go one way. Like that. Alright. We got this one here. Has to go to the back of the radio for the mic. Microphone input. There you go. I'm telling you, I hate working when I'm sick. I really do. I start making stupid mistakes. See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. Okay. So it's that and that. We got this here. Mess. Oh shit. That's gotta go there. And the last thing we gotta get hooked up. Where the hell that one to? Let me see it. Guess I don't. What did I do with it? There we go. Alright, so the last thing to hook up is gonna be our backup camera. This is front camera. This is DVD monitor. This is front. So rear camera input. We're going to put that there. And then all that's left, just put that together like that. And then I guess we're going to see if all this shit's going to fit back in there. Put that in there. All right. Now, I think I did everything right. I'm not sure. We got lights. That's good. We got that. That's good. Sure, why not? Oh, we got beeping. Let's see what happens. Put this in reverse. Hey, there's the outside of my shop. that works. Alright, well, obviously I don't tell you, the rest of it is just a matter of doing whatever setup you want to do. I'm going to get all this stuff back inside the car here and screw everything back down, do the initial setup on it, and then after that my wife's on her own how she wants to use it. But
it's on your encouraging spirit.
Be making gravy.
Innovative pilot with counseling, and we now
patients to develop personalized income.
oh, here's what I want to check out. Holy crap, it works. Oh, look at that. The steering wheel controls even let you cycle through the sources. Okay, AV input. Tuner. This should be my seek. No, I don't believe it. Everything actually works. Double check that backup camera. There's the outside of my shop. Okay. Alright, let me get this buttoned up. Alright, gang. So there it is, all wrapped up. Looks pretty good in there. I don't hate it. Not at all. Now, the only thing I can't get to happen here is for some reason I can't get my Android Auto to connect. I don't know why. This comes up every time. Nothing you can do about that. But I am hooked up Bluetooth. I certainly don't want that. For some reason I can't get the Android Auto to connect even when I'm hooked up. But tuner there looks good. This is coming off of my Spotify here, and then go in the reverse, and there's the back of my shop again. So that's a wrap. You guys got any questions, comments, leave them down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.